start the next session with a new chapter of last unit of organic chemistry. Okay, last unit of organic chemistry contains two chapters. One is carboxylic acids and their derivatives, and the other one is active methylene compounds. I have already concluded the chapter carboxylic acids and their derivatives. Now I am going to start active methylene compounds. Now today let us discuss about the first concept, which is nothing but definition of active methylene compound. Active methylene compounds are the organic compounds which are flanked with two electron withdrawing groups, which are flanked with two electron withdrawing groups. Okay, flanked means attached to, nothing but connected to. Okay, the definition of active methylene compounds is these are the organic compounds which are flanked with two strong electron withdrawing compounds are called active methylene compounds. What is an active methylene group? It easily participates. It shows its easiness to participate in reactions. Okay, and it easily donates proton and forms carbanion to participate in the reaction. So this is about the definition of active methylene compounds. I repeat it once again, it's very important, students. Active methylene compounds are those organic compounds which are flanked between two strong electron withdrawing groups. Okay, what are electron withdrawing groups? As you know already, cyanide, nitro, okay, ester, etc. Carboxylic acid, etc. These are called strong electron withdrawing groups. Let us see the examples of active methylene groups. Okay, example of active methylene compounds. Okay, the first example is CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, O C2H5. CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, O C2H5. This is ethyl acetoacetate, or we can also call it as acetoacetic ester. Okay, students, this is your first example. CH3 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, OC2H5, which is also known as ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester. Right, students? You can write combined form like this: CH3CO, CH2, COO, C2H5. If you represent like this and with bonds is one and the same. This is your first example. Let me write the second examples: CH2, COO, C2H5, COO, C2H5. Or the same structure can be represented with bonds also. How, students? CH2 C double bond O, OC2H5, and C double bond O, OC2H5. Okay? This is a combined form. Here I am representing with bonds. So what will be the name of this active methylene compound is? It is known as malonic ester or diethyl malonate. Okay, we can give the two names. One is malonic ester or the other one is diethyl malonate. These two structures are very important, students. You have to remember both the names along with the structures, because in further classes we are going to study the preparations and synthetic applications of these two main compounds. You are going to study preparation and synthetic application of ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester, and you are going to study about preparations and synthetic applications of malonic ester, which is also known as diethyl malonate. Okay, students, let us see the third example. We are replacing CH3 C double bond O group by cyano group. So hence it is called cyanoacetic ester. Cyanoacetic ester. Okay, you can write the combined form like this: CnCH2COO C2H5. This is the third example. And the last example is, can you guess any example, students? Cyanoacetic ester. The another electron withdrawing group is, let us take halogens. For example, CH2Cl C double bond O OC2H5, which is nothing but chloroacetic ester. Which is nothing but chloroacetic ester. These are the four main important examples of active methylene compounds. These are the four main important examples of active methylene compounds. Okay, students. Now let us discuss about the why the CH2 group is acidic. Why here the CH2 is active methylene? Because it is connected to two strong electron withdrawing groups. Why it is called acidic? Active, because it is acidic. Why it is acidic? Let us discuss about the acidic nature of active methylene group. Okay, let us discuss about the acidic nature of active methylene group. Acidic nature of active methylene group. Okay, students, CH2 connected with two strong, R represents electron withdrawing groups, right? CH2 is connected to two strong electron withdrawing groups. What happens? Electrons are withdrawn from this group, and this group also withdraws electrons from here. So what happens? The electron density will be decreasing, so that the bond between CH can be easily ionized and H can be left as a proton. So you will get CH minus R, carbanion. A carbanion is formed. But here minus charge represents it is electron rich species. Okay, it can easily attack a positive metal. For example, if you react with sodium metal, you will get CHNaRR. So the reaction with sodium metal proves that the hydrogens of active methylene group CH2 are more acidic and active. Okay, they can be easily removed when a metal is added to them. Okay, and another property also explains about the acidic nature of active methylene group, which is inductive effect. Here, because of these two strong electronic withdrawing groups, we observe inductive effect. Excuse me, students. Inductive effect. Okay, what happened in this inductive effect? We have minus I effect here. We have minus I effect here. What does minus I effect says? What actually is inductive effect? The permanent displacement of electrons towards more electronegative atom induces the polarity through the carbon chain. If the electrons are shifted towards the more electronegative atom, so that the polarity of this carbon induces throughout the carbon chain is called inductive effect. Again, inductive effect is of two types. We have plus I effect and minus I effect. Plus I effect is caused due to the electron releasing groups, whereas minus I effect is due to the electron withdrawing groups. So, in this, minus I effect also plays a major role to explain the acidic nature of active methylene group. The other thing which we can confirm the acidic nature by the resonance stabilization structure of carbanion formed. In this case, a carbanion is formed. By these resonating stabilization structures, we can explain the acidity of active methylene group. Okay, students? Let us write the reactions with sodium metals. Okay, and explain the resonance stabilization. For example, if you take acetoacetic ester, what is the formula of acetoacetic ester, students? CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, OC2H5. So, what we have to attack? Na+. For this Na+, let us treat it with sodium ethoxide. Okay, that is nothing but C2H5O minus Na+. Or simply we can add sodium metal. We may prove it with sodium ethoxide or we may add sodium metal. So you will get CH3, C double bond O, CH minus, here Na plus and C double bond O, OC2H5. A carbanion is formed. So it can form two resonating structures. If this minus charge becomes a bond here, this bond becomes minus charge, you will get CH3, CO minus, double bond CH, C double bond O, OC2H5. Right? We can form these resonating structures. Or, for example, if you do other way means, if the minus charge is displaced here, so the double bond is formed here and O minus. So, CH3, C double bond O, CH double bond C, O minus, OC2H5. Here, we are forming a resonating structure with aceto group. Here, we are forming a resonating structure with ester group. And these three are in resonance stabilized. These three structures are resonance with each other. This resonance stabilization confirms the acidity of active methylene group, which is nothing but CH2 in the case of acetoacetic ester. Not only this, generally we can say by these resonating structures, resonance stabilized structures, active methylene group have CH2 group which is more active and easily releases proton in the presence of a sodium metal to form carbanion, which is more reactive and can attack with an electrophile easily to form a product. Okay, students, I have written resonance stabilization structure with sodium metal using sodium metal of ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester. Let us write the resonance stabilization structure of malonic ester also. If you take malonic ester, CH2 C double bond O, OC2H5. C double bond O, OC2H5. Okay, malonic ester. Right. If you react with sodium metal, what happens? Na plus. CH, Na, C double bond O, OC2H5. Here, C double bond O, OC2H5. What happens here? If you remove Na plus, you will get carbanion, right? This carbanion may form resonance stabilization structure like this. This minus charge will become a double bond between C and C. Here double bond will become O minus. So you will get CH double bond C, single bond O minus, OC2H5. Here C double bond O, OC2H5. Okay? And this may also be, we can write the resonating structure using this ester group also. We can write resonating structure using this ester group also. So you will get CH, I mean if you polarize this side, right? Minus charge here and C double bond O. So you will get CH, C double bond O, OC2H5. Here CH, double bond C, O minus, OC2H5. You can form two resonance stabilized structure of this carbanion, which makes carbanion resonance becomes resonance stabilized. So it becomes more active. Okay. Here in this case, this structure is obtained by doing resonance this side. Okay. And this structure is obtained by doing resonance this side. These are about the resonate stabilized structures of active methylene group of malonic ester and acetoacetic ester. Let us compare the activity, compare the reactivity of few active methylene compounds. If you compare the reactivity of few active methylene compounds, for example, take acetonyl acetone. Okay, acetonyl acetone. Okay, students, and what is this, students? Ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester. Okay, students, the next one is COOC2H5 and COOC2H5. The next one is malonic ester. The next one is malonic ester. If you compare the reactivity order, if you give 1 for this, 2 for this, 3 for this, so the order is 1 is greater than 2 is greater than 3. Okay, the acetonyl acetone reactivity is greater than ethyl acetoacetate, which in turn is greater than malonic ester. So here the acetonyl acetone occupies the first position of the reactivity, because the reason here is, if you remove hydrogen using sodium metal, you will get a carbanion, okay, which has two resonating structures. In this case also, if you react with sodium metal, you will get a carbanion and you can write resonating structures. But here, because of these ester groups present, they get self-resonance. They get self-stabilized. They get self-stabilized. Here there are no ester groups. They cannot get self-stabilized. But here, in this case, while writing the resonating structures, here is an ester group and here also it is an ester group. Ester groups, they will get self-stabilized. Due to this, the reactivity decreases. Understood, students? But here no ester group is connected to CH2 group. So, self-stabilization is not observed in the case of acetonyl acetone, whereas self-stabilization is observed because of the presence of ester group in acetoacetic ester and malonic ester. That's why if you compare the acidity of acetonyl acetone, acetoacetic ester and malonic ester, the acetonyl acetone occupies the first position, followed by acetoacetic ester the second position, followed by malonic ester which occupies the least position in this case. Okay students, this is about the comparison of the reactivity of active methylene compounds. Let us move into the next topic. Okay. From the point 1, I am saying about the carbanion. Let us discuss about the carbanion and its structure. The carbanion has a lone pair of electrons with 3 bonds connected to other atom with a minus charge. Hence, it undergoes sp3 hybridization. It has 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals. Right, students? It has 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, out of 3 which 3 sp3 hybrid orbitals are bonded to 3 other carbons, 3 other compounds, whereas the 4th sp3 hybrid orbital is occupied as a lone pair, and in addition to this you will have a minus charge. Hence it is an electron rich species. We can define carbanion. How we can define carbanion? The carbanion has an sp3 hybridization. It has a lone pair, and the remaining 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals are connected to other atoms where it has a negative charge along with this. Actually, we should have tetrahedral structure for carbanion, but we will observe a pyramidal structure as of ammonia, because similar to ammonia, because due to this lone pair of electrons, the tetrahedral structure will be distorted and you will get a pyramidal shape. Okay students? So, how we generate a carbanion? We generate a carbanion by treating active methylene compound with sodium metal. Okay? Let us write about the generation of carbanion. Students, are you clear with the structure of carbanion? Structure of carbanion has actually it is sp3 hybridized and it has 4 sp3 hybrid orbitals, right? Out of which 3 is connected to the other carbon atoms and 1 sp3 hybrid orbital is occupied as a lone pair, occupied with a lone pair of electrons. Okay students, let us generate carbanion. Let us generate carbanion. Generation of carbanion. How we generate carbanion? For example, let me take acetoacetic ester as an example. If you treat it with sodium metal, okay, you can easily get CH3, C double bond O, CH minus, C double bond O, OC2H5, which is a carbanion. Okay, in this way, we can generate a carbanion by taking active methylene compounds and treating it with sodium metals. The carbanion can be generated. If you write the stability order of carbanions, then the order is benzyl is greater than, vinyl is greater than phenyl, carbanion is greater than cyclopropyl, is greater than ethyl, which is a primary, greater than secondary, greater than tertiary. If they ask you write the carbanions stability order, then vinyl carbanion is greater than, phenyl carbanion is greater than, cyclopropyl carbanion is greater than, primary carbanion is greater than, secondary carbanion is greater than tertiary carbanion. Why is it so? Because in tertiary carbanion, 3 electron releasing groups are present, So the decrease in the electron density is again satisfied by the electron releasing groups where they stabilizes them. So we cannot easily ionize carbon and H. We are decreasing electron density at CH2 methylene group. If you are connected with the electron more alkyl groups, what happens? They will release electrons. So the decrease in the electron density will again be increased so that it may not be active. Okay, that's why tertiary occupy the last position. Okay students, next. స్టాప్ చేసావా? స్టాప్ చేయమంటున్నాను. నెక్స్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈజ్ యాక్టివ్ మిథిలిన్ కాంపౌండ్స్ అండర్గో కీటోఈనాల్ టాటోమెరిజం. కీటోఈనాల్ టాటోమెరిజం. Ketoenol tautomerism is nothing but one compound readily can be interconvertible into two structures. In that, the structures which contain C double bond O is called keto form, and the structure which contains double bond COH is called enol form. Right? Ketoenol tautomerism. The structure which contain C double bond O is called keto form, and the structure which contain double bond COH is called enol form. This is called ketoenol tautomerism. Ketoenol tautomerism is exhibited by active methylene compounds. Active methylene compounds has two readily interconvertible forms. They are keto form and enol form. Okay students, let me first write the ketoenol forms of, for example, I will write the ketoenol forms of acetoestic ester. Okay students, this form I taught you students, right? This structural formula I taught you as structural formula of acetoacetic ester, or the other name is ethyl acetoacetate. This is the keto form. What you have learnt is keto form, and this keto form can be interconverted into enol form. Enol form means shift of hydrogen to double bonded oxygen atom and shift of a single bond from C double bond O to adjacent C. So adjacent C single bond C becomes C double bond C, and this proton is shifted here. Double bond O carbonyl group becomes OH group, hydroxy group. Understood students? Keto form is formed in more percentage than enol form. So we write all equations with keto form only. So interconversion is, this is formed 93%, whereas this is formed only 7%. Okay? So this is the keto form of ethyl acetoacetate or acetoacetic ester, and this is the enol form. This is called enol form students. Please remember how we are writing the enol form. For your understanding, I have given arrows. Please don't write the arrows in your books. H will be shifted here. So double bond O plus H. So this bond will shift here. Understood? The bond is shifted here. Double bond. H is shifted here. So the carbonyl group becomes hydroxy group. So if it is in the C double bond O form, then the form is called keto form. If it is in the form of double bond COH, what I told, it is called enol form. This ketoenol form of acetoacetic ester has a big story behind students. Let us know about that story so that we can know the importance of acetoacetic ester. First, what happened in 1863, Gauther, Gaeuth here, Gauther, scientist named Gather, what he did is, he proposed acetoester esters keto form first. Okay, he proposed, enol form of acetoester ester. He proposed enol form of acetoester ester. Okay, first he proposed enol form of acetoester ester and proved that it is the enol form by doing 3 reactions. He had added unsaturated KMnO4 to that enol form. So what happened? KMnO4 decolorized. So KMnO4, what happened is KMnO4 decolorized. So decolorization of KMnO4 has taken place, and the second proof what he gave is he reacted with FeCl3, so a red color PPT is formed. Okay, by these 2 proofs he told that it is the enol form structure of acetoester ester. And in 1865 the scientist named Franklin and Jupa. Scientists named Franklin and Jupa, both of them proposed the keto form, and they have given the proofs that keto form undergoes addition reactions with HCN and H2OH, okay, phenyl hydrazine, etc. Do you understood, students? 2 groups of scientists worked separately. In 1863, what happened? First, Gather gave enol form, and he confirmed the enol form by doing 2 reactions. One, it is decolorization of KMnO4. He added unsaturated, not unsaturated KMnO4, he added KMnO4 to that. So, addition of KMnO4 says that it is an unsaturated compound. So, he had done the test for unsaturation, and he also done the test for FeCl3. Test with FeCl3, red precipitate is formed. By these 2 reactions, what is the test of FeCl3? It is an alcohol OH group test. So, the scientist Gather have done test for OH group by FeCl3, and he have done test for unsaturation using KMnO4. Sorry, we should not add unsaturated KMnO4. We should add KMnO4 which tells the unsaturation test. Clear, students? We have given 2 points and confirmed 2 tests. Later on, what happened? 1865, Franklin and Jupa came and they gave keto form structure of ethyl acetoacetate, and they said that they undergo addition reactions with HCN, NH2OH, phenyl hydrazine, etc. This point of acetoester ester was under a discussion for 4 decades, students. 4 decades means almost 40 years. 40 years, there was a point of discussion about this concept. Which structure is correct? Whether the enol form is correct or the keto form is correct. Finally, what happened? In 1911, the scientist Knorr confirmed that there are these two structures of acetoester ester are correct, but it is 97% formed and this is only 7%. This is 97% and this structure is only 7%. He confirmed that 2 structures are readily interconvertible, okay, keto form and to enol form and enol form to keto form. So, readily interconvertible keto form to enol form and enol form to keto form he confirmed in 1911. The scientist's name is Knorr. So, starting from 1863 to 1911, it almost took 50 years, students, to confirm acetoester ester has both the structures, keto form and enol form. Such a nice story, students, because lot of scientists worked for almost 4 decades. 4 decades for to know a simple thing. What is that simple thing? The hydrogen will shift here, OH group will be formed here and unsaturation takes place, and these 2 structures are one and the same. and they also confirmed by doing deuterium exchange. They also confirmed by placing deuterium atom here, so the deuterium atom goes exchange. By deuterium exchange also, Knorr finally confirmed that that for active methylene compounds exhibits keto-enol tautomerism, and they have two forms, keto form and enol form. This is about all what is an active methylene compound, what is their resonating structures, what is their stability, what is the structure of a carbanion, how the keto and enol form of acetoester ester has been confirmed. In the next classes, let us learn the preparations and properties of active methylene compounds. Thank you, students.